Hello, my name is Amy Beck, and I live in St. George, Utah, and I'm a leader for doTERRA. So today I'm here to talk about peppermint oil. Peppermint oil is one of our favorite oils in our household, as decided by my husband. We recently had an argument which one was our favorite oil, and he was very adamant that this is the favorite of our household, the most used. And he uses it a lot for digestive purposes, so I'm going to let him win on this one. And peppermint also comes in a convenient beadlet. I love these things. I use them almost every day for some purpose. And we keep them in our car. I have one in my purse at all times, and they're great to share with others too. It's very convenient. Just, oh, you have a headache? Here, try one of these. You have a tummy ache? Here, try one of these. So they are great to share. And they're very inexpensive, right? So keep one in. I also keep one in my travel bag. I keep it in my toiletry bag specifically. And they're a great gift. If you want to try to give one away to someone to try out essential oils, this is a great gift to have them try. So I want to talk about peppermint oil today, and its three main uses. So the three ways that we mostly use it in our household is for, number one, digestive purposes. Number two is for pain and inflammation. And number three is for cooling the body naturally. And there are many other ways, which we'll cover a few at the very end. But those are the three main ways I want to cover with you today. So the first way is for digestive purposes. And I wanted to talk about the beadlets specifically. You can take just a couple of drops of peppermint oil and put it in your mouth, under your tongue, and then drink some water after it. But for little small children, they have a hard time with how strong peppermint is. As adults, we don't think it's very strong, but the kids do. So for my little guy, who is 6 years old, I just have him take one beadlet, put it on his tongue, and then chase it down with a large amount of water. And that's how he's learned how to swallow things. But we don't have medication in our home, so really the beadlet is the only thing that he needs to swallow down. I've eliminated all of the other medications that are store-bought over the counter from our home. So that's for small children that don't want to taste the beadlet. But for myself, for adults, I love the flavor of the beadlet, so I'll put 1 to 3, depending on what I need, in my mouth and just bite them open. I actually use my teeth to open them up, and then I love the flavor of them. I love that it makes my breath smell great. I use it as a breath freshener, and then I also use it if I have some type of a digestive issue going on. And so that's how you can use them internally, but also you can use them externally. So if I have a headache, I'll take one beadlet, smash it between my fingertips, and then get rid of this little casing that it comes in the veggie cap, and I'll rub it between my fingers and just apply it where I need it, where it hurts, on the top of my head, the back of my neck, whatever the case might be. Being careful not to get it in your eye. I'm sure you've heard, don't get peppermint in your eye because it hurts really bad. So that's how I use the beadlets. And then I wanted to talk about digestive issues specifically because that is the number one reason we use peppermint oil. So you can use it for anything from indigestion to nausea to heartburn. You can use it for diarrhea, for constipation, for gas or bloating. And I always wondered how it could be so multi-purpose. How does it work for diarrhea and for constipation? What it does is it just goes in and balances the body, and it just helps the body get back to homeostasis, to its natural balance. And so that's why it works for both diarrhea and for constipation. Also, it can be used for motion sickness. It can be used for car sickness. So the sky's the limit on what we can use it for digestive wise. So the second way I wanted to talk about peppermint oil, is for pain and inflammation. So I will take 1 to 2 drops in the palm of my hand, add a tablespoon of carrier oil, and rub it between my hands, and then just apply it where it hurts. If I have a hurt shoulder, a hurt wrist, my hurt back. My back I get to hurting quite often because I'm bending over and I'm straining. And then also it can be used for arthritis. It can be used for neuropathy and for, what's the other word I'm looking for? neuritis, that's another one it can be used for, but anything to do with the nerves and with the joints. And so it can be great for pain and inflammation. It's also great for athletes. So athletes can use it before, during, and after exercise for cooling the body naturally. So that's pain and inflammation. And then also when we're talking about cooling the body for athletes, not only for just athletes, but it can also be used for hormonal issues such as premenopause, menopause. It can also be used for those that are overweight that have an issue with sweating profusely. They can use the peppermint oil to cool their body naturally. It can also be used for summertime. You can use it to make your own cooling spray. So in this bottle, I just have distilled water, and then I'm going to add 5 to 10 drops of peppermint oil, shake it, and spray. So you're going to want to shake it each time before use because the oil will separate to the top. And so that's a great summer or anytime cooling spray. Also, I wanted to cover a recipe with you that is an after sun spray, and it has those same 2 ingredients. You can use water, you can use aloe vera gel or aloe vera juice as the base, and then you're going to add 5 drops peppermint, 5 drops lavender, 5 drops melaleuca, and then for myself, I also add 5 drops of frankincense into that mixture. Again, shake it and spray. And then also to that after sun cooling spray, you can use a few drops of vitamin E oil and a few drops of fractionated coconut oil to help with moisturizing the skin. Now, I make my own first aid or owie spray, as the kids like to call it, and I use those same ingredients, but I use the aloe vera gel as the base, and then I use those 4 essential oils, and I like to add a little bit of fractionated coconut oil and also the vitamin E oil to it. So peppermint is very versatile. A few other ways I use peppermint oil is to make my own homemade focus blend. I use either a 5 ml or a 10 ml roller bottle. I will add 3 to 5 drops, depending on the size of the roller bottle, to that roller, along with fractionated coconut oil, and apply it to the back of the neck, and that helps a lot with focusing. Peppermint, you can use it for so many things, and now I think I'm running out of ideas for it. But honestly, the sky's the limit. It has so many different purposes. I hope that you'll experiment and try different ways of using peppermint oil, even if you just remove the lid and take a deep breath. It helps me to refocus. And at 3 p.m., when I have the urge to go take a nap, instead of continuing on with my day, it helps to re-energize me. And adding the wild orange to it also will help to energize the body. So you can use it as a focus or an energizing oil. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you'll open your bottles, use them, and use your intuition, right? Trust yourself that you know how to use them, and that the more you use them, the more you do trust yourself. So I hope you enjoyed this. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon.